5 Judge. Also breaking tonight at 5, Judge Lee Coffey is off the murder trial for 3 men accused of killing rapper Young Dolph. Now, this comes after the Tennessee Appeals Court ordered the judge to recuse himself in September. Court records show Judge Coffey had an inappropriate conversation with the county jail administrator about the case. Now, Judge Coffey officially stepped down today. Justin Johnson, Cornelia Smith, and Hernandez Govan are accused of killing Young Dolph back in November of 2021. No word on if today's development will impact the start of their trials. 5
So YouTube family, as you can see what's going on today, man, Young Dolph judge, basically the sitting magistrate, has recused himself after authorities forced him out. Now, it goes a little bit deeper than that, and before we get in tune with it, I need y'all to do me one quick favor. I need you to smash that like button and hit the notification bell, and thank you for rocking out with I Smoke Hip Hop and Fabio. I was talking to the wifey, but y'all hit the like button and let everything rock away with the blessings of what has to carry on and go on. So we know the Dolph situation got a lot of key figures and players in it, a lot of people getting eliminated, and we're not talking about eliminate a date, man. I'm talking about folks in these streets being stained for real. Scoreboard is like 52-3, 52-5, whatever you want to call it, allegedly. You know what I mean? That get back is very strong for the one they call Dolph. Now, what you don't know is the articles are refuting, and they're going deeper on certain things that need to be talked about. Now, a judge removed himself from the Young Dolph murder case Friday after he was ordered to do so by a Tennessee appeal court, which questioned whether he could be impartial to a man charged with killing a rapper 2 years ago. Now, the man they talking about is no other than Straightdropp. You know what I mean? Straightdropp got his name very vocal out here. Straightdropp got basically a lot of motion out here, and his own brother has allegedly told, it's not even allegedly, his own brother told on him and said yes, he's gonna plead guilty to his part in the murder. Therefore, him being a co-defendant, it makes everybody involved, including Hosanna, be guilty. Let me see. That was a good one, but this thing goes even further. The lawyer Luke Evans had argued that Coffey could not be impartial after the judge failed to inform him about limiting Johnson's ability to communicate with people outside of the jail. And this thing goes a little bit more, Brazier, and let's show you what I mean by that. Now, the reports go deeper as far as what the video talked about. Let's go to another video that explains more further before we continue with the commentary.
Coffey found out about it starts now. Breaking news, the judge in the Young Dolph murder case has removed himself over the way a defendant was treated. This major development is first on Fox 13 News at 5. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Darcy Thomas.
And I'm Daryl Green. Today, Shelby County Criminal Court Judge Lee Coffey recused himself from the Dolph case after an appeals court ordered that he had to. Now, this issue dates back to last year, and it involves defendant Justin Johnson. He's also a rapper who goes by the name Straightdropp. As Fox 13 told you in November, he released a song on YouTube while he was in jail called No Statements.
Now, that appeals court says when Judge Coffey found out about it, he called the chief jailer and ordered Johnson to be held in administrative isolation because of it. That despite the jail's findings that Johnson did not break any rules by recording a song over the jail phone. Because of that, Johnson asked Judge Coffey to recuse himself, calling the judge impartiality into question. Judge Coffey refused. That decision was appealed.
Now, the appeals court ruled, and it reads in part, it would appear to a reasonable person that Judge Coffey has a prejudice of a personal character directed at the defendant. End quote. The appeals court ordered Coffey to recuse himself today, and he did. A new judge will be appointed to Justin Johnson's case as well as fellow defendants Jamarcus Johnson, Cornelia Smith, and Hernandez Govan.
Fox 13 will continue to follow Young Dolph's murder case and bring you new information as we learn it. Fox 13, of course, was the first to break this news less than 2.
Now, you see how this thing go a little bit deeper. I'm going to make a separate video. Was this judge paid to be so carelessly in the way he was in sabotaging the case of Young Dolph? Because when you look at it, he's a magistrate, for God's sakes. How could you make a mistake like that and use your pre-biasness against any defendant involving in the case? Because it's going to show that your ineptitude and your misbehavior towards being biased towards the defendant, it goes against the Constitution. Therefore, you got removed. But was this purposely done, or was this chess? I digress, but let's explain this a little bit more to what recuse meaning actually is. Now, recuse: challenge a judge, prosecutor, or juror as unqualified to perform legal duties because of a potential conflict of interest or lack of impartiality. And now that's the issue there. Now let's read the most. Like, of a judge excuse one itself from a case because of potential conflict of interest or lack of impartiality. The Justice Department demanded that he recuse himself from the case. Now that's just kind of baffling, because this judge been known to do the most. He's been more nice to Hovain, that is, which was weird. I didn't want to get into that. Now, Shelby County Criminal Court Judge Lee Coffey asked the court's clerk to assign a new judge in a high-profile case. Remember, he forced himself after being told to do so. He could have went against that if he wanted to. So it's going to cause a lot of conspiracies out there. But let's continue with the story. I'll talk about the conspiracy parts on a separate video. Now let's continue further. Now, as far as Justin Johnson, Straightdropp, that is, we know the allegations surrounding him and the situations with him. That's neither here to explain further, but Straightdropp and Cornelius Smith has pleaded not guilty in the killings of Young Dolph situation. And when you look at Straightdropp, we know a lot of things been happening to him, locked up and being incarcerated in there. He's already been complaining about he almost got stabbed. He can't get phone privilege, well, because of this judge here, and it's a lot of things being taken away from him, and that helps you in the appeal process. The fact that the appeal courts even agreed on anything towards Straightdropp's way, that is a moral victory. Even if he is going to get a life sentence or not, or get guilty or not, that's a little small victory right there that can lead to big victories. Let's continue furthermore. Now, they're saying that the rapper, a producer and independent music label owner, which is Young Dolph, was gunned down in daylight in an ambush at a Memphis bakery, which we know the other one is closed down now, on that driveway. But they say he was just buying some cookies for his mom and a sick relative to hand out, turkeys as well that time, and they eliminated Dolph. You feel me? Now, Coffey had set a date for March 11 of 2024 trial for Johnson, but it's not immediately clear how Coffey recusing himself from the case could affect that court date, meaning it's going to be dragged, educational purpose longer and longer duration of process. Now, we know a third man, Hernandez Govain, who I just talked about, he's pleaded guilty to he's pleaded not guilty to organizing the killing, which shook Memphis and the entertainment world. Now, Evans asked for Coffey recusal after the judge restricted Straightdropp visitations and his privileges as well from people seeing him. So it wasn't just the phone calls, it was visitations as well. When you deprive these inmates, you lose almost automatically. Now, Coffey said he issued the other for Johnson's safety, and he denied the accusations that he was not being impartial. Judge Coffey, that is, said he had not made any judgments about Johnson's guilt or innocence. But my point is, bro, the way you did that and didn't allow him to make phone calls or people to see him, you did deprive him, and it did show impartial behaviors. Or, man, go check out that conspiracy video, because I believe that the Memphis court systems know what they're doing. They're playing chess with the justice of Young Dolph, that is, and it makes you look at that system funny. Were they against Young Dolph or were they for him? Because many things I've shown over the last 2 years shows a different reasoning when it comes to that Memphis corruption that lies deeply amongst the gangs of Memphis. Not that we telling on any folks or anything like that, but it shows you they are the biggest gangs of all of them. So it's kind of funny move they're pulling last minute like that. I don't know, y'all tell me. We'll digress for now, but I'm DJ Bless One, and I would like to tell y'all thank you for rocking out with the I Smoke Hip Hop Live platform. And I just need y'all to do me one quick favor, and that's just to smash that like button, hit that notification bell, and thank you for rocking out with us, man. Love your family, love your kids, and definitely, on the word of the Most High, stay blessed. You dig?
I smoke G Mike with the magic. He my dog, he died in traffic with that brand new Glock 380. Went to see the voodoo lady. I'm on high shit right now. That woo done turned me crazy. With a brand new black Mercedes. It's a stay la vie, my baby. I see so many Z's, it look like double Z's. OMG, red and blue flag hanging on my back. Extra swag, 90210. I'm from the Rose, rock and roll. I'm motherfucking Lauderdale with the same 3 for sale. Yeah, I'm on that Adderall, can't you tell? Yeah, I might be on that perk. So no feelings on my